already went through these ones. These ones aren't. They were not interesting. All right, give me 40 some more seconds.
1, 2,
Okay, come on.
3,
I can do this.
4,
I can do this.
5,
I can do this.
6, 7,
8,
9, 10, 11,
11,
13,
11,
These were
15,
11,
okay.
11,
17, 18,
19, 11.
All right.
Do you have this goddamn hippo fact yet?
I do have this goddamn.
All right, let's do the show.
You all ready?
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Common Ground Podcast, your favorite podcast where we talk about your favorite format using only commons. Pauper. Pew. Yeah, I'm going to say it faster and faster until my head explodes. I am your co-host, Cameron Schindler, joined as always by the lovely long-haired, in the process of moving away, but not for too long, temporarily. He'll come back once eventually. Thomas Gunn. What's up?
I am indeed moving, or at least throwing everything in storage for the summer, and then we'll be back.
You're touring.
Well, not so much. We have some shows
You have
booked,
travel
but
plans.
we're more traveling, staying put in a couple spots for longer rather than last summer where we did like a huge loop
You
and played a
bounced,
ton of
yeah.
shows. And yeah, this is more just like hang out in New England with the fam and then go spend some time in Arizona and then come back.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bouncing around for a bit.
Yeah.
There we go. How's that moving process?
It's fine.
Yeah, I feel like.
I have a lot to do tonight when we're done.
Also funny, I am moving to an apartment Thursday. And
Yeah, this
so
is
I
our
gotta-
last time recording in this room.
Yeah,
is.
good riddance. And then once you get back, we'll probably use your news place. But anyway,
Yeah.
that other voice is James Hippo Hieronymus. What is up?
The ceiling.
You're also not in your current place of living.
Correct. You are correct.
That's weird. Look at all of us.
Mhm. No.
Changes.
Yeah, there's a bunch of changes.
You might have to bleep that because it's so well it'll get copy strike.
I know.
David Bowie would be rolling in his grave.
Yeah, probably.
Winking furiously.
What's that other song that's like changes? I'm going. Okay, I can't hit that. It's like I'm going through changes. Anyway.
Oh, that's the Big Mouth theme.
Yeah, but it's also a real song.
Well, yes, but that's how I think that's how we know it.
Maybe. But hippo fact for you. They can't swim. Though the Greeks called them river horses, and you will almost always see hippos in the water, they can't actually swim or float. They'll spend hours in rivers and lakes, sometimes with only their eyes showing, but they remain in shallow waters. They find sandy river bottoms and banks to stand on. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
I think I have seen a hippo swim before.
I've definitely seen a hippo swim before.
Yeah.
So I've found this
Is
multiple
this like-
sites. Multiple sites have said this. This is treehugger.com. So I don't know how.
Interesting.
But there you go. Hippo.
Apparently,
can you
our
swim?
eyes have lied to us for many years. I can swim.
Huh. Well, they're debunked already.
If we're very wrong, someone please tell us.
It's like,
well, if this website is very wrong,
yeah, not
tell us, and then we can tell them.
Yeah, we'll
You know,
email them.
yeah.
We'll be very angry because we
Our,
have a
our
hippo
people
right
will get with their people.
Yeah.
Our people as in us.
Yeah.
I
Anywho,
was trying to make it seem like we have a posse, yo.
Yeah.
we do.
Our topic for today. I know next week we're going to talk about the full MH3 spoilers because those will be completely revealed by then. But this week we couldn't resist the very tasty fruit that is Cranial Ram. We'll get into that a little bit. But we are also talking about the showcase challenges and the challenges.
Indeed.
First, Cranial Ram. Also, I want to shout out before we get started too. Leave us a review on Apple Podcast because then that, gives us some cred if we ever want to get guests on here. They see more than 411 reviews on there. So do that if you're on Spotify. You can also leave us a review, just not with words. Shall we dive into this Cranial Ram?
Let's do it.
Read it to me, baby.
Alrighty, fam. This is a new common coming in Modern Horizons 3. This is the common, if you remember us talking On the episode, we talked about the All That Glitters ban. Gavin Verhey had mentioned in his article that there was a card coming down the pipeline in Modern Horizons 3 that is very similar to a card that has been banned or is banned in the format, and this is it. He confirmed that on Twitter sometime last week, and there has been a lot of buzz around it, so we're going to talk about it. This is Cranial Ram. It is black-red for an artifact equipment. It has Living Weapon, which means when this equipment enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 black Phyrexian Germ creature token, then attach this to it. So it comes in with a body for itself automatically. Equipped creature gets +X/+1, where X is the number of artifacts you control, and it has an equip cost of 2. That's Cranial Ram.
So what's it similar to?
I think this is similar to a card
All
called...
That Glitters.
Not quite.
Close.
Glitters, this is not. No, this is similar to the card Cranial Plating, originally from the Mirrodin block. I think we've said what it is, but let's go back and remember. It's a 2-mana artifact. It's an artifact equipment, and this is the equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. You may pay black to attach this at any instant speed. There's no restriction there, and then you can equip it for 2.
Correct. Good job, Hippo. Straight from the dome, he got that from.
Equip 2, or was it Equip 1?
It was equipped to.
It's equipped 2.
It's Equip 2? Okay.
Yeah. You can side check that, but so this was like all the buzz in.
Or am I wrong?
No, I don't know.
It's Equip 1.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Equip 1, and then black. You can move it in.
Yeah.
Instant speed.
There you go.
Sorry.
Editor, make it so he's never wrong. I'm kidding. So this card is all of the buzz in the Pauper right now, and I've read some comments, and people, okay, we all agree this is busted, right? Like, this is really good.
Yeah, it's very good.
A very, very, very strong card for the format.
And I've just, like, read some comments where I don't think people get it, and that kind of sounds mean, but they're like, I don't see how this is better than All That Glitters, even, and I'm just like...
It stays around.
It sticks around, because, like, the thing is, like, with All That Glitters... Like this, again, it's different. This is like the creature you equipped it to. It could still be in bolt range or galv range, or whatever removal spell, but it won't fall off. And if you go to equip it to something and you bolt that creature, they can pay 2 more and equip it to something else. Unlike All That Glitters is like that 2-mana investment. It's like very vulnerable while it's on the stack, and it's kind of safe once it's kind of chilling around. But this is like, yeah, it's vulnerable in quotes, but it's going to be chilling. Like, it's going to make a giant X1 when it first enters, and then you can start moving that around to your unblockable Gingerbrute, your Flying Thopter. What shells do you think y'all will see this in?
I actually like this attached to a Mirror Enforcer. It almost dodges every piece of red removal that there is.
That's true.
Oh,
Thanks to that +1.
Yeah, that +1 on
it's
the...
like Mind Collapse.
Yeah, Mind Collapse and
That's it.
Magmatic Sinkhole or something like that.
Maybe an Unholy Heat with Delirium, which...
Cool. Who's casting Unholy Heat?
Not a lot anymore.
So would you just be like Rakdos, or would you be...
I don't know. I actually started to come up with a shell for this last week.
I've been thinking about Mardu, me personally.
I've also been thinking about Mardu.
Yeah, I started coming up with a shell last week. It did not have white in it, but... because I wanted to keep the mana base really, really lean and clean on it. But yeah, I think this card's very good. Obviously, it's very closely related to cranial plating, like we said. And I do not want to see a format where cranial plating is legal. Obviously, that card, I think the card the bit on that one that pushes it over is the black equip it in instance.
I mean, I can see even non-black decks still playing it though, just because it's.
Like, oh no! I agree. I'm saying I think that's what puts that particular card just over the line of being insane is instant speed equipping.
Gotcha. I don't think this is gonna last long. I think it's gonna be nuts, but like we're talking about, like I like the Mardu shell because you get all of 8 and 3 Inspectors. I would actually play 8, believe it or not, just because you build up those stupid artifacts that just like kind of hang around, and it's like you probably don't really have the intent of sacking the clues that much if you already have this.
So you didn't want to make those artifacts for All the Glitters?
Nah, shut up. I don't know why it's different now, but good point. It took me a minute.
This is you trying to save face.
Yeah. I'm getting in now. It's hot. Black, you can kind of play like the Deadly Dispute effects in there too. It's like that's what Grixis Affinity mainly uses it for, right? That and the Blood Fountain.
Well, Blood Fountain is, I think, going to be a huge way to fuel this.
A 2-for-1 artifact there. You have I almost said Thraben's a 2-for-1. It's not. And it just makes the clue.
One.
Yeah, that'd be. Imagine if Thraben was an artifact too. That'd be nutty.
I think it adds an aggressive slant that Grixis Affinity could potentially lean into as well, where like maybe you go back to playing all your Frogmites and all your Mirror Enforcers and things like that, and then you just slam this and you just try to chunk in every turn as much as you can.
I think another reason that to play something in that vein is that basically every one of your permanents on the battlefield is going to be an artifact, right? Mm-hmm. That point, you're overloading your opponent on how much artifact removal they have, and then eventually you'll be able to get around it and be like, oh, here's this random thing that you can no longer kill because you don't have a removal spell for it. Like you don't have your cast into the fire or your dust to dust or whatever. You can just randomly slam this and kill them.
And the more I think about it, I kind of do like this and just like strip a Rakdos shell too.
That's what I had in my
because
head,
it's like you have a card advantage. You can play 4 Deadly Disputes. You can play 4 Experimental Synthesizers. So you're not going to be short on card advantage. So you can, like what Hippo said, you can keep that mana very clean and you're not going to get screwed on colors. Like you're still going to have 4 Galv Blast. Yep. And I like the Thraben Inspectors because you make the artifact, but I forgot about Blood Fountain. Just it makes 2 artifacts for 1.
You play Voldaren Epicure if you really want something like that.
That's true. That's true. That's aggressive slanted too because it gets that 1 damage in there. Yep. And I'm sure whatever shell this crawls into, look at it.
I'm sure it'll be several shells.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's not going to crawl. It's going to ram itself into.
Nice.
But I think they'll play Ginger Brutes just because this screams. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel too creative saying that because this isn't too dissimilar to All That Glitters. Same concept in a way, you know what I mean? So it's like we already know what something like this looks like. This just says, hey, you have to at least play black mana, even if it's just to cast this. So I'm excited to see what people do with this. I think it's going to be disgusting.
I like this a lot, like similar to what you were saying about the Mardu shells. I like this a lot with the like Glint Hawk and Core Skyfisher package, where it is not going to leave bodies behind like Barbed Battlefist does, because it makes 2/2 Rebel tokens with the 4 Mirrodin effect. However, if you're just playing this and it's on your Germ token and your Germ dies, like then you can just pick it up and have it become a body again.
There's no reason. There's no reason that you couldn't play Barbed Battlefist in the same deck.
That's true. That's true. Get really aggressive.
Yeah, just get super aggressive. You can start attaching this to the Rebel tokens as well. Yeah, there's all sorts of ways you can go about those. I think
it was funny. We were just like free from like artifact sideboard cards. You know how they're saying like sideboards are getting tied up too much with affinity.
I've always had smashes in my board. I don't know.
I've always got some way to answer artifact.
Yeah,
it's never went away.
I definitely want to play this. I hope that
we get to play this. That's a point that I'm curious what y'all's thoughts are of like. Does this get pre-banned? Does this last like a week or two? Does this shake out like okay?
Let's take guesses and see who's closest. How about that?
I'll say 2 weeks.
Deal.
I'll say a month.
What do you realistically think? Versus what
I think
want?
I'm with James on a month, but I feel should I say something different for the sake of
a month.
Okay,
If you and I want to be right and Cameron can be wrong,
sure.
I'm always right.
I think about a month. If it's gonna get banned quickly, I think it's about a month. I'm personally of the opinion where I think this could potentially be okay. Like I think the metagame could adjust to this, and it might open up some space.
I don't think. No. Because already you've got before this card's even been released yet. After All That Glitters got banned, Grixis Affinity just went through the roof as far as playability. Right. All right. So people have got to pack they're still got to pack their artifact cards. Nothing's going to change. They're still going to have to pack a ton of, if not more, because of this card. And they can't just auto die to this card.
Mr. Gavin was very clear in saying, like, this ain't long for the world.
Yeah. He's very,
He said even a week. He said a week, maybe 2. I'm pulling straight from the well.
Like his tweet or whatever.
Yeah, or like the original
straight from the
article.
horse's mouth.
Thank you. That's...
I mean, I get that this thing is cracked in half. I feel like... I don't know.
I'm on Cameron's side of thinking it's not going to stay around long. I'm being very generous in saying a month, honestly. But I
just want to play it once at the game.
Yeah, I also just want to play it once at our locals and just everybody's playing the most broken deck in the room, and then it's gone.
You know what's great about Pauper? It's like Grixis Affinity cards already very popular, so a lot of people might already own those cards, and so these might be $1.50 to pick up, and they're not losing a lot if they get banned.
Correct.
I mean, who knows though? Because it's $2.70 a box. Yay! So it's like, how much are the commons? How scarce are the commons going to be right away? You know what I mean? Like all of us fiending for the new commons, especially this one. If we know we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, no, this one's this. I just don't think this is gonna last.
I'll have to text my in to get me some of these set aside.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
No, I do think this is gonna warp for the time that it is around. I do think it'll warp how people build their decks a little bit. It's going to do that.
I think it's going to be overrepresented too, because it was already stated. It's like, hey, it ain't going to be around very long.
And
so
people are going to want to get it in while they can.
Exactly. Any other closing thoughts on this? It's kind of, we're beating a dead horse with a stick now. Going back to horse analogies.
I also really want to play this thing. I hadn't thought about just the straight Rakdos version that y'all had started talking about. And that sounds really, really interesting to me. I like the Voldarian Epicure idea that it brought up. Like Blood Fountain, I think you can just like slam the door shut so fast with this thing.
I think that also gives you the opportunity to play something kind of like Scrapwork Mud if you wanted to give you some filtering.
Sure.
Also puts cards in your bin that if you don't want it now, you can get it back later with like a Blood Fountain.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's some play.
Do we have anything to pick up artifacts out of the yard?
Pick up out of the yard?
Because Blood Fountain can get a creature back.
Yeah, I don't know about artifacts itself. I'd have to do some Scryfall digging there.
There would have to be surely something. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's something. This just means like all those white actually minimum 4 dust to dust at minimum. This is all I can see is going on. Yeah, well, you see you were getting to play your Cranial Rams. I'll be over here.
Good luck. Like it worked before anyway. Like
yeah,
it was the deck's 8 dust to dust on the teeth.
Oh, I
still
know.
kills
Okay.
you.
Oh, I know.
We do have some options. Obviously, we have Mirror Retriever that if it dies, we can get another
For
artifact
3
back.
mana, right? Or is it
2 mana.
2 mana.
That's the 2 mana 1/1.
Yep.
There's Archaeo Mender for 2 and a blue. It's the 2/3 when ETBs return an artifact from your graveyard to your hand. So like maybe in a Grixis Shell you play 1 or 2 of those now because it's like getting this thing back is really good. There's Emergency Weld from Brothers War, 1 and a black sorcery. Return artifact or creature from your graveyard to your hand and make a 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature token.
That seems really good to go with your Cranial Ram.
Yeah.
I mean,
I kind of like that. Just 2 mana, make a 1/1 artifact creature and pick your Ram back up.
it's not
Here's
bad.
the thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to lean into the Cast Into the Fire is going to be extremely popular. So I'm not sure how relevant the picking stuff back up, picking specifically artifacts up out of the yard is going to be.
I think Deadly Dispute would just be better just to churn through your deck more and find more copies or find your backup plan. Like your backup plan can very well still be Mirror Enforcer beats.
Yeah, and then you just buy them back consistently with
Blood Fountain,
Blood
and
Fountain,
stuff like that. Yeah, for sure.
Or you like Gal Blast them in the face.
Yeah,
and then they just die.
turns out that's all right.
still good. So yeah.
Closing thoughts on this? Can you end it with a horse analogy, please?
I'm ready to saddle this one up. How's that?
Boo!
Okay.
Get off the stage. No, I'm
Okay,
kidding.
I'll clean up all this equipment then.
No, wait, come back. It's just me talking in the mic I own. me and Hippo can share a mic.
Unedited.
Unedited. I know. All right, you can
My
stay.
closing thoughts? Nay.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Oh,
was good.
boy.
Shall we jump into the showcase?
Let's do it.
Do it to it.
So we got 148 players for the Pauper Showcase Challenge on Saturday, May 25th. I'll read off the top 8, and then we have some data we can look at from Kirblinxy. In 8th place, Pedrostone on Grixis Affinity. In 7th place, Max Smith, also on Grixis Affinity. In 6th place, Tyrube 1618 on Cycling Storm. In 5th place, Mental Misstep on Grixis Affinity. In 4th place, Fingers 1991 on Grixis Affinity. In third place, Karate Dom on Rakdos Madness. In second place, Forrester F on Jeskai Ephemerate. And in first place with a 10-1 record, Casa on Cawgates. I saw some mumblings on Twitter that Cawgates and/or it might have been Familiars, but one of the two, like these blue-white decks, are probably your best options if you want to cast Dust to Dust. And I would agree with that, I think. I think either of those decks are very good at casting that spell. And I think that spell, especially given half of this top 8 is Grixis Affinity.
Well, yeah.
And not only that, but
Just
14, the most played deck at 14.86% of this meta, 22 players are on Affinity.
Well, as much as they would like to cast Dust to Dust, well, when they only have 2, they can only cast so many.
It's true. This version only has 2 in the sideboard, but I think moving forward, and we might see this later on in the challenges, perhaps, and especially in a world where Cranial Ram exists for a short amount of time,
for a blink of an eye,
there might be a lot of Dust to Dust running around. It looks like Cawgates has adopted the couple of copies of Outlaw Medic from OTJ, the 1 and a white 1/3 lifelink. When it dies, draw a card. Just throw it in the way of mono red, and
that's annoying to deal with for them.
And 3 Prismatic Strands.
These Grixis Affinity decks, the 4th and 5th place decks by Fingers and Mental Misstep, exact same 75.
Beautiful.
So I don't know if they talked ahead of time. I mean, I would assume like down the sideboard, everything's the same. So I would assume they kind of like collabed a little bit. I like
either that or they found the same list and like independently just like the same list and they're like, oh, we'll just run this.
That's true. And all 3 copies in the top 8, they're running
3 of the 4.
Oh, 3 of the 4 at least. I didn't look at the last one. They're running 2 Kinko Artificers, which I am a fan of. It makes enters the battlefield, you put 3+1/+1 counters on an artifact. It becomes a creature with flying in addition to its other types. So you throw this on an indestructible bridge, and you have a 3/3 flying indestructible.
That's probably pretty good against Cranial Ram, too, down the line.
For real, it's like blocks anything forever, and then it flies, so it's a pain in the butt to deal with. Like, really, the only thing that deals with it that's, like, really relevant in the meta is, like, Cast in the Fire. You'll see main board a little bit from the Jeskai Ephemerate decks. And also main board, you'll see the Agony Warps.
Yeah, it's also
and out of Dimir Terror, and I guess Journey to Nowhere out of Cawgates, and maybe Borosynth if they're still playing that now. I haven't really explored the Synth Shell too much as of late.
Neither have I.
Yeah, looking at the data from Kirblinxy on the Showcase Challenge, as I said, Grixis Affinity, the most played deck at 14.86%. It's 22 players. Second most played deck was Kuldotha Red with 16 players, about 10.8%. The best win rate of anything with like a reasonable amount of decks, it looks like Affinity had a very good win rate of about 57.4%, and Ephemerate with 8 players of 5.4% of the meta had also about a 57.45, so about 57.5-ish win rate, not counting mirror matches, which is pretty strong, especially with Affinity having that much of a representation and still converting that much with a win rate. I think that leads us to infer that Grixis is in a very strong spot, which, as y'all alluded to, may be a little terrifying with Cranial Ram dropping into the format.
Could just see its exit even sooner.
Yeah.
That's very true. Man, it's kind of impressive how well these, way down here, you see the Is It Control, which I think is It Terror? Those decks, there was only 5 pilots, but they had a 56% win.
Okay.
Which is pretty impressive. And it's like, I think there's only 1 copy in the top 16? So it looks like.
There's 1 copy in the top 16.
So, like,
but I mean, Augur Bolas blocks, Augur Bolas plus a couple breath weapons in the main, like, that can stonewall mono red if you play your cards right. Scred is just a good removal spell.
Very true.
You got 2 Murmuring Mystics, which I love.
Counterspell still a good card.
And you have like all these 1 mana counterspells out of the board. Like, it's pretty strong.
It's wild how fast stuff starts dropping down. Like when you, in terms of number of pilots and stuff, like 22, like being from Affinity being the only deck to break 20. and then like it starts going down really fast, like with 16 being the next biggest, and that's only 4 decks that have more than 10 people. So it just like it's just one thing to point at. It's like Pauper is very, very, what's that word?
Diverse.
Thank you. Just left my brain. It's like very, very diverse, and like you're looking at like this meta spread too, and there's a lot of like yellow orange, so like that middling range of like 48-49% is like what you 50%, like kind of like what you want to see. But a few standouts such as Grixis Affinity, but that's what's going to happen. Like if you have a deck that puts 4 copies in top 8, it's going to look
very impressive.
Yeah, it's just going to skew the numbers that way. And that's Magic. Like a deck has a good weekend. Maybe it was just lined up really good.
Maybe.
You know?
Wait, you're telling me that the good pile of Grixis Affinity cards just happened to line up well this weekend?
I mean, there was 11 Ponza decks because, like, we talked about, like, the format slowing down. You even said maybe it's a good time for Ponza to start showing up. Like, if Gardens are playing bounce lands, if a lot of Basilisk Gates are out there, they must have heard you. And then Affinity's like, all right, blow up these indestructible bridges, you.
Speaking of Gardens, where'd it go?
Where is Gardens at? Oh, it's down here. 6 pilots at 42% win rate.
That's not particularly very good.
It's okay. It's Magic. It'll have its days. And speaking of like these combo decks too, it's like they're not really super represented either. Like
outside of Cycle Storm and top 8.
Well, I mean like in deck percentage of people too.
Sure.
Like the most represented would be the Goblin one with 7 pilots, and that had like a fine 48% win rate. And then, like, after that, it's Poison Storm at 5, Familiars at 5. So it's there, I guess. You can run into it. Because Cycling Storm only had 2, along with, like, Turbo Fog. So, But
turns out those are very finicky decks to play.
That's true. Maybe it's if you play a long tournament like this, too, you want maybe something. I mean, it's not like Grixis Affinity super fast either.
No, it's a very slow deck. Because it plays, like, 14 creatures or something like that?
I guess less click-intensive deck. Your finger will get tired throughout the day.
People didn't want to just click attack with their red deck? Attack all with their red deck?
Yeah. No mono red in top 8. I didn't even realize that until you said that out loud.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Got 1 in all of 16, so wow, that's crazy.
People are ready for it.
That's true. I guess.
I think Grixis Affinity has a fantastic matchup against that. Krark-Clan Shaman is a heater in that matchup.
Yeah, if you're gonna
absolute heater. Also,
those,
Reckoner's Bargain is a beating.
I did see 4 copies of that.
Yeah, people are playing. Yeah, most people are playing 4 copies of that now because it's very good. It's modern. Cool. I'll sack my Mirror Force or get it back later. I
cast it for 0, gain 7.
Yeah, I'll gain
draw
7.
2 cards.
Seems real good.
Wee.
So,
any other
Grixis Affinity does not seem very good for the old mono red deck.
Any other notes on the showcase?
No notes.
Lots of Grixis Affinity.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's here.
All right.
Wait, one more note.
Oh, sure.
Oh my god. All of top 8 are playing red, or all of top 16 are playing red cards.
Except for the first place list.
No, the first place it plays Power
Kage.
Blast in the sideboard.
Kage? It has
Power Blast and a
That's normal.
Breath Weapon
Oh,
in the
shoot.
sideboard.
Wow.
That's pretty normal.
Maybe we need to do an episode on why red is the best color.
Why red is underperforming. Yeah, I guess you count Cycle Storm.
It's got the best sideboard cards. It's got very good sideboard. Like the blasts are insane. They're the most efficient cards you can have.
Yeah, that's
they're
true.
super good.
Yeah, Gal Blast is a good card.
That was not the blast I'm talking about there.
What blast are you talking about?
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
You're leaving our confused viewers hanging, Hippo.
They're so confused. They're viewing with their ears. Shall we move on to our challenges?
Let's go.
Let's shout. Only if you hold my hand the way there.
Okay. I'll hold your hand.
I need a hand to use my keyboard, though. I'm sorry, Hippo.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
He's leaving sooner.
I got the hand.
I'm sorry.
We'll have more hand-holding time later. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. So this is Friday. Moving back in time a little bit. Friday.
Is it Friday I'm in Love?
Friday.
That's a Cure song.
Very good, Cameron.
Hell yeah. It can be. Friday, May 24th, the Pauper Challenge 32. We got 56 players. In 8th place, Pintu MTG on Golgari Dredge. In 7th place, Zamu on Orzhov Pestilence. Ooh,
What the-
just gonna make sure this is
Open
it's
new
Pestilence.
tab.
In 6th place, Spock Vida Loca on Is It Terror. In 5th place, Denisovich Alexei on Jeskai Ephemerate. In 4th place, Beso Dejea on Goblin Combo, aka Mogwarts. In 3rd place, Forrester F, making a top 4 finish the day before their finals appearance in the showcase on Jeskai Ephemerate. In 2nd place, Mogd, back in the streets. My brain stopped. Grixis Affinity, 2nd place. And in 1st place, Luffy Do Chapeau de Paulo with an 8-1 record on Grixis Affinity. I wonder if we
The myth,
look at
the
this
legend.
list. They're playing an Extract a Confession. So this isn't quite the same list. I was wondering if maybe they just a bunch of the Grixis players copied some lists here. Maybe they copied Mog's list.
I would like to take note of something that I just now noticed.
They did not. What's up?
From these Grixis Affinity decks?
Mm-hmm.
Where are the Tithing Blades at?
Well, there are some in
And the
these
sideboards,
lists.
I mean, Terror's not really like in the numbers where it used to be. So I think people are like, we don't really need the sack effects that much, especially if like their biggest thing is like mono red, Caw Gates, Gardens. We're talking about these 3 decks showing up. It's like Tithing Blade's not really good against any 3 of those decks. Okay, I'll sack my Ebalm Cat, or I'll sack one of my Squadron Hawks that already drew me 3 cards.
Not great
I was
against
just
Grixis
trying to.
either.
I was just trying to spark a discussion.
Yeah.
No, I know. No, I liked it. It gave me a reason to talk.
I will say Mog's 2nd place list here does have 1 Tithing Blade in the main and 2 in the side. So Mogd is, y'all are on a similar wavelength.
Who?
James and Mogd,
Oh.
who requalified for the Pro Tour at
I've
the
never
European RC.
seen Mogd and James in the same room together.
They have been, and I have also been in the same
Oh,
room with
JK.
Mogd.
Conspiracy
fair,
debunked.
Mogd played the Pro
you
Tour
were
in Chicago.
Also, you were also in the same room.
You were
Cameron.
also in the same
I
room
just wasn't
as
aware.
Mogd. What are we
that's really
what are
weird.
we talking about?
We should introduce ourselves. Like, hey, we say your name a bunch, and they'll be like,
I do have an in to get them on the podcast.
ooh. Like, hey, we say your name a lot, and they'll be like, cool.
You're like, okay.
I'm a fan of all your work in the trenches. Just destroying challenges of variety of formats.
It's true.
Yeah, it looks like Luffy's on the winning list that Luffy played. We got 2 Car Clan Shaman, 2 Kenko Artificer. So this is just all coming together
The
to be
Grixis
like kind of
Affinity in 1st and 2nd, like pretty similar list. Like
Fairly
basically the same creature suite. One's playing 2 of the White Kinko Artificer. The other one removed a copy is playing 1 Summerwald Hoverguard. Somebody's playing Tithing Blade. The other's playing 2 Nihil Spell Bombs main board. What's that hedging for? I guess Goblin Combo, Jeskai Ephemerate.
It's good against the mirror.
the random combo decks like Cycle Storm, Turbo Fog
Sure,
ish,
they can
yeah,
catch you with your pants
Dredge,
down. Oh, yeah.
Turns your mirror percentage up because they can't
Blood Fountain.
blood fountain.
Yeah,
stuff
Blood
back.
Fountain is very good in the
Yeah.
mirror, I bet.
Ooh.
Because it probably gets grindy and you start trading Mirror Enforcers. And probably whoever draws more Blood Fountains, more Mirror Enforcer wins, if I had to guess.
Yeah, not when you have a Nihil spell bomb.
Or a Kinku Artificer seems like a pain in the butt in the
Seems
mirror.
like a banger. Taking a
That's
quick
where
look.
that's where those
Tithing Blades come in.
come in
Yeah.
handy.
There we go.
Yeah, there you
See,
go.
I knew I was.
There we
I
go.
Was, I
You
wasn't too
were
far
onto
off.
something.
You just got to get rid of the Frogmites and the Enforcers.
That's easy.
And then, yeah,
That's
yeah.
easy.
That's what Car Clan Shaman's for.
Exactly.
I got all these idiots lying around. Sack them all.
The Pestilence list is pretty sick. They're on 7 Inspectors, which
Love
is
that
interesting.
number.
3
Seven.
Guardians.
2, yeah,
That's
3.
it for creatures.
Yeah, 3 Guardians and 2, 7 Inspectors. We
Wait,
got 2 Campfires.
Wait,
which
you
we
don't
love
intend
Campfire.
to kill your opponent with pestilence?
This is just Gardens. Minus black cards.
Basically.
Or minus green cards. Plus Thraben Inspectors and Guardian of the Guild. This is just Gardens with Pestilence. Or maybe Gardens is just Pestilence.
Is that your emblem? Is pestilence your like emblem type permanent?
Probably not as good, but here they
No,
are.
but I'm saying like that's your thing that like kind of acts in that capacity.
Yeah, except for you can interact with this. Yeah. Only downside. But enchantment, removal isn't super present. I guess Dawnbringer Cleric's a thing, but man, oh man.
All right, moving on to our Saturday regular challenge on the 25th of May.
So fast.
We got 39 players in this 32 challenge. In 8th place, Guybird on Mono Red Koldatha. In 7th place, Spock Vita Loca, back-to-back top 8s with Is It Terror. In 6th place, Lucas Giggs. It might be Lucas Game 1 GG's on Gruel Panza. In 5th place, Daniel Akos on Demir Terror. In 4th place, Tyrube 1618 on Cycling Storm. Top 4'd the regular challenge and top 8'd the showcase challenge on the same day with Cycling Storm.
That's a lot of cycling.
Absolute G, just crushing it.
That's wild.
In 3rd place, Discovern on Grixis Affinity. In 2nd place, Carrot Eater back on Coggates.
Yes.
And in 1st place, I am MVP with a 7-2 record with Golgari Dredge. We've got another trophy with Dredge.
I like that. Kind of like submitting like, hey, I'm a deck. I'm here to play.
Absolutely.
Fight me.
This is shifting it up a little bit from they're kind of swapping the Exhume and Knot of the Bone packages between the main and the side. So playing all 4 Exhumes in the main deck and all 4 Knot of the Bones are in the sideboard. I think this is really cool if you're anticipating that red is going to get eaten up by the like shifts in the meta from like the last couple weekends into this weekend with like Grixis being more the play. So you can kind of like just do that early unfair stuff with trolls and generous ents rather than relying on Knot of the Bone. Knot of the Bone isn't like super a card in those matchups.
All right, everyone in our locals, be prepared. I did buy this deck.
Ooh.
Oh man, that's so exciting. So I can play it, right?
Yeah, you're leaving us.
I know.
I do like that shift because that's something I mentioned too. I thought it was weird that the Exhumes are in the sideboard. Like I get it, like Golgari, like other people playing Golgari Dredge and Cycling Storm aren't going to be bringing in the graveyard hate probably, so it's like fine in those. But I'm like, it's weird to have the graveyard plan be another backup plan when you probably your opponent's going to be bringing in relics and spell bombs if you're Grixis. So I'm like, it always sat weird with me that you're bringing in Exhumes because it's like, it's not great if someone has a relic on board, you know?
I think that was more so against the decks where then if you knew for sure your Exhume was going to be good, then you could bring them in, and it was kind of better in a mono red form, in a more mono red heavy meta, because you don't want to just Exhume their whatever guy back that you're going to already be trying to block and trade with.
And for mono red, I think it's fine if you get them back something bad. If you get troll or something back, or generous end, I don't think it matters what you get them back. Like,
I think you just.
I think there are spots where
I think you just want
to.
I think you just want to go like all in on game 1, and then you can adjust accordingly post board. I think that's like a solid plan.
And I can see Knot of the Bone being the main board as well with Exhume too. Like maybe cut a copy,
do a split,
cut a copy of like Acorn Harvest or two.
Sure.
I've never played with a deck, so I don't know how relevant that is.
Time to find out.
Yeah, and 14 lands, it's wild. But I guess
you got those land cyclers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, very good point. Very good point.
You get those land cyclers.
It just feels like what Hippo said. It's like you want to be all in game 1. And
I mean that's kind of been the case for every graveyard deck, like in the history of the game. Like you just go all in on your plan game 1, and then you can adjust accordingly for what your opponents are going to bring in to fight you post board. I mean that's just classic graveyard deck.
Like you don't ever see like graveyard decks in other formats like going harder into the graveyard strategy game 2 and 3.
No, you see them back off if anything.
Yeah, so that's
make them play a little more fair game or dilute their deck a little bit so they have answers to your stuff. Yeah,
like I'm thinking like Phoenix bringing Crackling Drakes, you know, and just stuff like that. Like Dredge
living in, starting to cast its creatures, or I'm just
yeah. No, I'm thinking of living. I'm just like praying.
Oh,
living and just prays. You don't have it, and just where they have whatever Ingot Chewers or whatever the other Green Evoke card was.
Or just griefs you.
But that's a different format.
But yeah, no, I'm just talking in general. Yeah. It's like graveyard decks of whatever of history of Magic.
It's only talk, Hippo.
That's right. It's only talk. And while we talk about graveyard hate, so yeah, I think going all in on is probably the better way to go, especially in Pauper. Like you can just be super lean, like force people to do with what you're doing. And yeah, it's pretty good.
What other format do you get to highlight Exhume so like prevalently? Like that's super sick.
Not anymore. You used to be able to do in Legacy,
right? But like it's not with the state of Legacy right now. I think you should just be reanimating and not exhuming.
No, we're reanimating griefs.
You say reanimate a 4-drop.
Yeah,
too.
you should not exhume your opponent's grief.
Oh, what's the best thing that like reanimate? Is it it's a Gristlebrand still? Is it some big giant creature? No,
it's a 4-mana
3/2
3/2 with Menace.
Thought seizes you.
Menace, the ETB Thoughtseize.
Is Circle of Valandrian in this dredge deck? Is that a new addition? Is that common in the other dredge decks? It's one of the green.
We talked about it a week or two ago. It's basically like your extra copies of your extended copies of Satyr Wayfinder.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
It's all coming back. It's all coming back. I'm looking at this Coggates deck by Carrot Eater. This one doesn't have the outlaw medics. It's just sticking to like the 2 Dawnbringer clerics and the normal standard creature suite you see. Nothing too crazy going on. They have the 4 Dust to Dust on the sideboard ready for all those Crixus artifact decks, like what you predicted. Probably more people running copies of those. Real quick, I had a question about the showcase. Why was very far from the showcase, but why was Gruul Ponza so represented? Do you think people were just expecting slower decks and the combo decks to be more there?
Well, I don't think Ponza's good against the combo decks, but I do think it's good against the like mid-range decks.
I think it's good against the combo decks. If you're not doing anything, I just blow up your land. That's nutty.
I mean, a lot of those like combo decks don't require much mana to go off.
Right.
Like,
I'm thinking Poison Storm. Like
that's a horrendous matchup.
Eats that alive.
No, I mean if you
the Cycling Storm wins with like 1 or 2 mana, one or 2 lands quite often.
Exactly. So I was like, you just need like 1 or 2 mana to go off. So it's pretty good.
I think as long as you if I were going into it playing Ponza, I would want to, as long as I felt like I had my mono red matchup like relatively under control, or at least a good plan, then I feel pretty good going into a room full of like Affinity, Coggates, whatever else. Yeah.
It seems like a fine deck. It also saves you some mental fortitude throughout the day.
It's true. Just blow up their lands. They can't cast their spells.
Then you're like, cool, I'll attack with my 3/3. I'll attack with my 5/5. It's done.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'll take the initiative.
Yeah.
You have 2 mana still.
Shout out to the guy that called me a DICK for playing Ponza.
Whoa.
When they had multiple lands in play?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Back in the day. Any other notes on our Saturday challenge?
No notes.
No notes. All right. Congrats, IMVP.
Big congrats.
Good job with the dredge.
Oh, yeah.
I love this dredge deck. It looks so much fun.
I'm excited to play that when James gets it.
Yeah. Same.
Why do you both assume that you're going to play it? I'm the one who bought it.
Nah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
Sunday. This is our 64 challenge on Sunday, May 26th. We got 68 players. In 8th place, J-Waves on White Weenie. In 7th place, Doblep on Blue Black Fairies. You good? You gonna live?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
All right, cool.
I choked on air. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happened to me the other day. In 6th place, Captain Tsubasa on Ponza. In 5th place, Lollapalooza 2001 on Golgari Dredge. In 4th place, Brivenix on Mono Blue Tempo. This might be a blue terror list. In 3rd place, New Barola also on this Mono Blue Tempo, which looks to be, they are Tolarian Terror Cryptic Serpent decks. And they're also playing Delver of Secrets. In 2nd place, Carrot Eater, back-to-back finals with Coggates. And in 1st place, with a 9-1 record, Season of Mists playing Goblin Combo, a.k.a. Mogwarts. I don't think there's too much to talk about with the Mogwarts list. It's been, some tooling of numbers here and there. But again, it's just a deck that continues to show up, and it's certainly a reasonable choice.
And this dredge deck looks like an exact copy of the winning challenge. It has the 4 Exhumes. It has exactly 3 Lot-Lift Giants and 2 Bazooka Bogs on the sideboard. So I think this is a 1-for-1 copy there, so not much to say there.
Nice. These mono blue decks, both of them are playing 2 copies of a card I've never read before.
What is that?
It's called Hoodwinked. Hoodwink. It's in the sideboard. It's 1 and a blue for an instant that says return target artifact, creature, enchantment. No, return target artifact, enchantment, or land to its owner's hand.
That's disgusting against a bounce land.
That's very interesting.
That's beautiful art too. It's like the Moxes, and it's like one of them missing. Sapphire.
That's cool. It's like a boomerang that it's like your boomerangs 5 through 6. These decks are both playing 4 boomerangs in the main, which is very impressive.
That is super tempo-y.
Yeah, they are all in. They're on 15 lands. One of them is playing Snow Covered
Oh, I
Island.
did it on purpose.
But no, these lists, we've talked sometimes about how sometimes the terror lists will be on, like, are they playing Thought Scour and Mental Note to fill up the graveyard quickly? Sometimes they're not. They're just being a little bit more of a traditional control deck. But these mono blue decks are really trying to turbo out because you have 8 terrors between the Tolarian Terrors and the Cryptic Serpents.
So they're always on the turbo plan.
Plus, having like a bunch of a high velocity of spells is really good. So you could try and flip your Delver of Secrets. I had a really fun time when I played this deck a while ago. I would happily fire it up again.
Did you play Preordains when you played it? Do you remember? I know it's in the way back machine.
You did.
So this one list I'm looking at.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Pretty sure
definitely. I think I played Considers.
No, you didn't play Consider. You played Preordain.
Or Ponder? I might have played Ponder.
I don't think you played Ponder.
I think I played Ponder. I'm not sure. Maybe it was Preordain. I'm not sure. Insert 1 mana blue cantrip here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this deck is sick. I love this deck.
I like the Murmuring Mystic in the main board, and one of them's not.
I also do.
It's just a card just gives you a whole new axis to fight on.
In this deck specifically, I will note that it is a little harder to take advantage of it.
What?
I'm saying when I say that this deck's mana is super light.
Yeah, you're playing 15 lands. I get
15 lands.
I mean, you can get there 4 Thought Scours, 4 Brainstorms.
My thing is that you may have already killed them by the time you're able to land a Mystic plus cast a spell.
That's true.
It's true.
Stuff goes grindy. It's Pauper.
No, I know. I'm just saying I think this is not as good as it is in like the blue-black style decks, like the blue-black terror decks. I think it's going to struggle a little bit more here, but it's still a great card nonetheless.
In 9th place, we have an Orzhov Pestilence, barely missing it, maybe on Breakers. So
yeah, I'm missing on Breakers.
Oh, and 2 other Ponza decks in top 16 as well.
Dang.
Taking a look at the
Devin, it's time to brush off the Marlboros.
Yeah, brush them off. Take them out. Looking at the full data from all 3 regular challenges that Kirblinxy also put together. Affinity is, again, the most played deck with 34 copies, 20.8% of the meta. However, it has a just under 50% win rate, so knocked down a little bit, but also, over a wider sample size with more decks and variety of players.
Again, that's just Magic too, you know.
Cold Author Red, also second most played, 26 players, 15.9% of the meta, a 42.8% win rate. So Mono Red is definitely suffering from having been on top for like a couple weeks prior. Everyone's targeting it and whatnot.
Ready to beat the. I think the problem is that people are too focused on the Kadoltha package. Maybe that's what their downfall is they just cannot win the game outside of putting a bunch of X1s into play. Yeah, and they just get swept up.
I think grindier mono red deck.
Yeah, I think something more in the vein like the Thomas. Well, yeah, like the Thomas version.
No, this is something new we're brewing here.
Is it something new?
Like 4 Fire
I don't
Blasts,
know if you've ever heard. I don't know if you've ever heard of this deck or not. It's got 4 Fire Blast, 4 Kessig Flame Breather in it. This might be something people want to latch onto. But anyways, I think that's probably the problem with mono reds. It's just focusing so hard on the putting X1s into play, and there's so many ways to get rid of them right now.
Right. That's part of the reason why I liked my build. However, my build suffers when Cold Author Red is one of the best choices, is because if the head-to-head between the 2 different red decks, mine is so bad.
It's its own worst enemy.
Yeah,
it's true.
Did you say
the breath weapons help? But Coggates is the 3rd most played deck over the weekend. 15 players, 9.2%. Win rate, and even 50% win rate.
So this is the exact top 3.
Top 3: Affinity, Cold Author, Coggates.
But it's hilarious because all 3 of these decks had or maybe not mono red, but at least Coggates Affinity had above 50% win rate in the showcase. It just shows here they're at like 50, mono red at 44, and it just shows it's Magic, baby.
There's variants.
It's Swains. What's that?
True.
Waxes and Wanes.
Swains. What the world is that?
Dude, I don't know. But it's Swains. It's like, it's not always... It's a luck-based game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The 3 decks underneath them, Mogwarts with 9 players, Ponza with 8, and Dredge with 7. They had a 60, 62, and 57.1% win rates, like, respectively. And, like, they rose to the top a little bit.
So it just shows, like, if you're, like, you like your niche deck, like Orzhov Blade right down here at 16% win rate. Whew. But it's only one pilot,
Right.
but you know
It's
what I mean?
one player.
So it's like, don't let that stop you from playing your deck, because like stuff happens, man. Like Gardens has a 32% win rate here.
Ooh-wee.
Only 6 pilots on the challenge. That's wild.
It's just not the preferred mid-range deck right now.
But last week we were talking about challenges. It had a good run last week, so it's just like
just a week-to-week thing.
yeah.
I think it's probably not as good against Grixis Affinity, if I had to guess. Grixis Affinity can go probably a little hard, like a little more aggressive, and also has that staying power. So I think it's probably going to struggle there quite a bit.
The blood fountains are better in that
Fountain.
you get to use them on the front side and the back side too.
What, Tithing Blade?
No, blood fountain.
no. Blood
Oh,
Fountain.
okay. Sorry, I was literally thinking backside. But like, that doesn't have a backside. Actually, I played the matchup against Anna, and I liked it on the Golgari side. But that is one instance of that.
Correct.
Sure. I mean, I think that's the idea, is that it's just probably really bad against like mono red, like in theory, like they just like 16 you on turn like 2 or 3, and then you just die. And then stuff against like Gates is a like pretty toss up one. I think
That's hard.
it's a really tough matchup on both
everything
sides.
kind of
Both sides are hard to play, and then I think it has.
But there is
like,
that sick tech, that black land destroy target
There's
land.
2 different ones actually.
That one
There's
that
2
destroys
different
and gives -1/-1.
Well, there's that one's even better. Yes.
Yeah, that one's
But there are 2 black land destruction spells at 3.
like Sinkhole.
No.
Oh.
That's 2.
And also not legal.
Yes, yeah. Don't show up to your Pauper effing them of sinkholes. You will not make friends, and you will not play.
Yeah, don't play your Swift Spears after they've been banned. Don't try to bring a Sylvan Scrying to your Tron decks.
Oh, we love them. Any closing thoughts, y'alls?
I'm just excited to see how MH3 is going to shake up the
Oh,
format.
I know.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Like,
Gosh, it's gonna be
there are
so
a lot of
fun.
cards we're kind of really excited to talk about.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm gonna be just rock hard.
I think next week's gonna be-
Oh my God.
spoilers.
Good for you, buddy.
Good for you.
I'm sad I won't be there, I guess.
Do you know who Cam is from Play to Win? It's a CDH YouTube channel.
No.
We have the
Yes.
exact same laugh.
I don't know that I've ever paid attention.
It's funny, but okay. Shall I send us off?
Yeah.
All right.
Do it.
If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. Again, I shout at the beginning. I'm going to shout it out now. Go leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. James Hippo Hieronymus will read that review out loud live on the podcast. If you have Spotify, you can leave us a star review, or you can comment on the episode. If you have questions for us, you can DM us or add us on Twitter. Any emails, you can send them over to commongroundmtgpod@gmail.com, where we will read your question live in the pod, maybe save it for a mailbox episode, or even dedicate a whole episode in your honor.
This is accurate.
It's
We've done
true.
it before. We'll do it again.
Accurate.
Next time you hear us, we'll all 3 be in a different place.
This is true.
Well, Hippo will be with me in the same place, but you'll be in Florida.
No. Gross. No.
Who wants to go to
I will
Florida?
be I will be in Pittsburgh when we record, and then I will be in
Alligators.
Vermont for several weeks after that. So I will be recording
Does Florida have
remotely
hippos? I'm kidding.
Yes,
in zoos.
No, they don't.
There
Not
are
live. Not
not in-
live. Not like wild.
No.
No.
Anyway, enjoy Cranial Ram while you still can.
Yeah, for real. Go ram your opponents. Cranially.
Let's leave.
I'm gonna
Bye.
leave that one out. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. Bye.